Welcome back, dear students. How are you all? Hope you all are fine. What did we learn in the previous class? Yes, we began the lesson The School for Sympathy. Am I right? So today we will go through the rest of it. Are you ready? Okay, so let's start. So all of you take page number 169. In the previous class, we discussed up to the 6th paragraph. Am I right? So today we will start with the 7th paragraph. So all of you read up to the 9th paragraph and identify the difficult words. Students, hope you all read the text. Now I'll give you a model reading. All of you listen attentively. Everyone is very kind, Miss Beam continued, and it is really something of a joke. Although, of course, before the day is over, the reality of the disability becomes clear even to the least thoughtful. The blind day is, of course, really the worst, but some of the children tell me that the dumb day is the most frightening. There, of course, the child must use willpower only because the mouth is not bandaged. But come down into the garden and see for yourself how the children like it. Miss Beam led me to one of the bandaged girls, a little merry thing. Here is a gentleman come to talk to you, said Miss Beam, and left us. Don't you ever peep? I asked, by way of an opening. Oh no, she exclaimed. That would be cheating. But I had no idea it was so awful to be blind. I can't see a thing. One feels one is going to be hit by something every moment. Sitting down is such a relief. Are your guides kind to you? I asked. Pretty good. Not as careful as I shall be when it is my turn. Those that have been blind already are the best. It is terrible not to see. I wish you would try. Shall I lead you anywhere? I asked. Oh, yes, she said. Let's go for a little walk. Only you must tell me about things. I shall be so glad when today is over. The other bad days can't be half as bad as this. Having a leg tied up and hopping about on a crutch is almost a fun, I guess. Having an arm tied up is a little more troublesome because you have to get your foot cut up for you and so on, but it doesn't really matter. And as for being deaf for a day, I shan't mind that, at least. Not much. But being blind is so frightening. My head aches all the time, just from avoiding things that probably aren't there. Where are we now? In the playground, I said, going towards the house. Students, hope you all identified the difficult words. Am I right? Now, shall we discuss those words and their meanings? Okay, let's go. Joke, play. Worst means difficult. Willpower, mental control. Awful means extremely bad or unpleasant. Students, hope you all understood the meanings of the difficult words. Now, I'll give you the explanation. All of you listen attentively. In Miss Beam's school, everyone was very kind. Before the day was over, the student could very well know the reality on the miseries. The blind day was the worst. Some children complained that the dumb day was the most dreadful. The mouth was not bandaged. The child had to exercise willpower only. Miss Beam took the writer to a bandaged girl in the garden. She introduced the writer to the girl and left the place. The writer asked the girl if she ever tried to peep. The girl said that peeping would be cheating. She had no idea that it was so horrible to be blind. A blind man could not see anything. He always feared to be hit by something every moment. Her guides were very good to her. Those who had been blind were the best. She would be more careful if she would play the guide. The writer asked her if he could lead her somewhere. The girl said that they should go for a little walk. She said that it was the worst day for her. She would be glad when the day was over. Other bad days were not even half bad as the blind day. On the lame day, the leg was tied up. One hopped about on a crutch. It was almost fun. The other days were not as awful as the blind day. She would not mind being dumb or deaf for a day. Being blind was very frightening. Her head always aches. She asked the writer where they were then. The writer said that they were in the playground going towards the house. Students, hope you all understood the explanation. Am I right? Now all of you read the remaining part of the story and identify the difficult words also. Hope you all read the text. Now I'll give you a model reading. Miss Beam is walking up and down the terrace with a tall girl. What has the girl got on? My companion asked me. A blue skirt and a pink blouse. I think it's Millie, she said. What color is her hair? Very light, I said. Yes, that's Millie. She's the head girl. She's very decent. There is an old man tying up roses, I said. Yes, that's Peter. He's the gardener. He's hundreds of years old. And here comes a dark girl in red on crutches. Yes, she said, that's Beryl. And so we walked on, and in guiding this little girl about, I discovered that I was many times more thoughtful already than usual. I also realized that having to describe the surroundings to another makes them more interesting. When Miss Beam came to release me, I was sorry to go. I walked back to the town murmuring incorrectly as ever the lines. Can I see another's woe and not share their sorrow too? Oh no, never can it be. Never, never can it be. Students, now let's go through the difficult words and their meanings. Hopping means move by jumping. Troublesome, causing difficulty. Got on means to dress in. Murmur, say something in a low voice. Woe, great sorrow or distress. Students, now it's time for the explanation. All of you listen carefully, okay? He could see Miss Beam walking up and down the terrace with a tall girl. The tall girl had worn a blue skirt and a pink blouse. The first girl said that she might be Millie and asked about the color of her hair. The writer said that her hair had a light color. The former girl said that she was Millie, the head girl. The writer then said about an old man tying up roses. The girl said that he was Peter, the gardener. The writer described a dark girl in red walking on crutches. The girl said that she was Beryl. Steering the girl about, the writer discovered that he had become much more thoughtful than before. He also discovered that the necessity of describing the surroundings to another made them more interesting. The writer's visits to the school come to its end. Miss Beam came to see him off. The writer told her that he felt sorry to leave the place. Miss Beam felt happy about it. Students, here the author wants to see and share the sorrows of others. Students, hope you all understood this story. Am I right? Did you enjoy this story? Yes, very good. All of you read this story very well, and we will discuss the activities based on this story in the next class. Thank you, dear children.